What is up, everybody? Bootman here, and we are back with another Marvel Snap video. And I am so excited to talk to you about this brand new deck that I built yesterday. It is helping me climb ranks. I hit this plateau in rankings, but now I am just shooting up. I'm gonna hit infinite this weekend, no problem, and I wanted to chat with you all about it. I wanted to hand it over to you because it is kind of a spin on my Magantress deck, and a lot of you have said you don't have certain cards for it, and this might solve your problem. So we're gonna discuss the deck, how it works, and jump into some games. But before we get started, if you're new here, hi, my name is Chris, AKA Bootman, and if you love Marvel Snap as much as I do, make sure you subscribe, ring that notification bell because you don't wanna miss any upcoming videos. I love discussing the strategy around Marvel Snap, different cards, different decks. I like testing out decks from other creators so you don't have to. All sorts of good stuff, and you don't wanna miss it. And we just hit 6,000 subscribers because you're all amazing. So let's try to hit 7,000 by the end of the month. And I got a deal for you. I got a sweet deal. You subscribe to my channel, you also join our sick Discord server, which is down in the description below. We have a blast in there. I love chatting with all of you. I just made a video on how to counter Galactus, which has come from conversations in Discord and talking with all of you. All right, also down in the description, follow me on Twitter at BootmanMSTZ. I'm doing monthly giveaways for season passes, but you gotta be following me on Twitter and you'll get to see fun tweets from me. I'm a fun guy. All right, so anyways, let's jump into this deck. So, some of you might be looking at this and the name of this deck, all right, is different from the thumbnail or title to I made it. The name of this deck is Oops Ya Mama, all right? So little backstory about this. So one of my best friends in the world, when I talk about my history of gaming and everything, I go way back with one of my best friends, and he actually made a different deck, but we come from the Counter-Strike community, esports. We met a long time ago here in Las Vegas. And he introduced me to this game. He introduced me to this game. First YouTuber he showed me was Milky Snap, still one of my favorites, all right? And yeah, he had a deck idea and he sent it over to me. And I'm telling you, I don't know what it is about this dude, but he names things just phenomenally. Whatever he names, he does an amazing job. So he was like talking with me on Discord. He's like, hey, I've been playing around with a deck idea and it's called Oops All Counters, right? I'm like, dang it, why do you come up with such good names for stuff, all right? That's a little spin on Oops All Berries, Captain Crunch. You guys, So anyways, I've been thinking about his deck a lot. I liked it a lot. And I was like, I want to do something, similar. Like I like this deck, but I had some changes. So I'm like, how can I do this? And I was literally in the grocery store and the ideas were coming to me about this deck. And I named it Oops Ya Mama. But you'll be here as we officially title it Bishboo, okay? Because it is going to be a combination of Bishop and Zabu. And you're thinking, Chris, why didn't you just name it The Bishop? Because Bishboo sounds a lot funnier, okay? So yeah, this is the deck. So this is like a spin on Magantress, but using Zabu, using some control elements, because if you know me, I do not like meta decks. Meta decks are extremely predictable. I do think Zabu has helped change that. I'm seeing more creative decks and everything. But anyways, I'm against meta decks. I'm all about playing off what the opponent is, just kind of going with the flow, countering things and everything, and then coming out with the late game wins, all right? And this is what Magantress has always done. But like I said, I hit a little bit of a plateau. Wanted to try something new. And I have just been on a hot streak with this deck. All right, just 8 cube wins. Okay, so let's break it down real quick. Okay, so we got Hood who turns into this 6-power demon. And this is going to be for a couple reasons, all right? So one of them is we added Viper to this. So Viper flips over Hood to the other side. So no more -2 for me, we send it over. So in Magantress, we had Carnage over here who could eat Hood, or we had a Killmonger to destroy Hood, okay? So this works a little bit better because you're actually giving them -2, okay? And it also clogs up their board. So it's twofold. Now, we also have Mysterio back in here, and Mysterio is here for 2 reasons. And I know like some of you don't have Mysterio. By the way, if any of you want alternatives for these cards, I did alternatives for Magantress. For this one, I'm gonna say there's certain alternatives you can't have, all right? But Mysterio is here for 2 important reasons. One of them is to buff up Bishop, all right? So if you don't know, every single illusion that goes out for Mysterio, including the card, buffs Bishop. So Bishop into Mysterio, Bishop's getting +3, all right? Plus you're getting a 4-power Mysterio. But also, if for some reason I don't have Hood, I flip over one of the illusions with Viper. It helps clog up their lane a little bit, okay? Then we got Bishop. So when I was building this deck, by the way, I forgot to say this, I'm very proud of myself. This is the first deck I built from scratch, all right? Usually I find decks and then I just kind of like, you know, change them up a little bit, but this obviously has combinations. But anyways, I'm very proud of myself. Let me have this. Okay, so Bishop, he's gonna benefit from Zabu because when we have Zabu, he lowers the cost of something, or of your 4-cost cards, and we have quite a few in here. All right, so we'll get kind of into that in a second. So then we got Killmonger. Killmonger could take out the Hood, but he's part of the counters. When I originally made this deck, I think I had Magic in here, which is the card a lot of you don't have. So as you'll see, there's no Magic. So if you don't got Magic, no problem. But I replaced Magic with Killmonger because if you follow me on Twitter, which you should, I keep ranting about how I don't understand how people still play Zoo decks. I don't, like, people who snap with a Zoo deck are legit the bravest people on planet Earth, all right? Like, it is just the bravest thing ever. To have a Zoo deck and snap turn 1, you are a mad lad, okay? So we got Killmonger. So this is the card that might give some people some issues. Absorbing Man. I have said, like, this Absorbing Man was one of the only cards I got for 3,000, and it's because I knew there was gonna be somewhere for this card to fit, and with the Zabu season, you're seeing it. If you don't have Absorbing Man, to be honest, you could probably replace it with another 4-cost, okay? Part of the strategy with this is using Absorbing Man, but as you'll probably see in some of these games, he doesn't come out nearly as much as where he's like, you have to have him, okay? So our other 4-costs, we have Shang-Chi, Spider-Man, Enchantress, and White Queen, okay? Shang-Chi obviously gonna blow some stuff up. Spider-Man, because part of this new like Zabu meta is Spider-Man into Absorbing Man. Turn 5, if everything's going well, you could lock out 2 lanes on turn 5, and you basically won the game if you're ahead, okay? There's some scenarios where if they have like a Dr. Doom, you know, whatever. All right, then we got my girl Enchantress. Enchantress is great for the Zabu deck. Zabu, you gotta be careful though. If you're running this deck, you gotta be careful. Like, don't put your Zabu in the same lane as their Zabu. Don't put your Zabu anywhere where their ongoing card is, because then you're gonna get trashed by Magantress. Unless you're doing turn 6, then it doesn't matter. Okay, next is White Queen. Milky Snap actually said this. He's been using a discard deck, which I made a video on the other day. And he just said, he's like, you know, White Queen, like, it gives you some intel. I don't know what he said, but it just clicked for me because White Queen was like a pool 1 card and I just never used her that much. But now, like, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, let me tell you, White Queen is just so amazing. My favorite thing, if I'm playing against a Destroy deck, White Queen's coming out. You know why? Because you get death, right? Because death benefits from all the destroys. If I'm playing a Destroy deck, White Queen is coming out no matter what, all right? Then last up, we got Captain Marvel. My girl saves games. I did have a game yesterday where she did that little weird bug where she didn't go out because Mysterio went down first, which is very annoying. But other than that, she's amazing, right? One thing I love is watching people snap when there's a location, like a lockdown location, like Sanctum Sanctorum or something, and they get like a 1-power squirrel in there or something, and you're like, I got Captain Marvel though. Captain Marvel saves games. Like, she is such a great card. I don't know why she's not utilized more. And she's 1 more power than a Doombot, okay? Captain Marvel's dope. If you don't have Captain Marvel, you can use Vision. The only difference is you manually move Vision. Captain Marvel goes at the end of the game. So the last thing about the strategy for this deck, I've been trying to figure it out, and I've been playing around, and maybe my strategy will change later, but there are situations where you'll have Bishop and Zabu going into turn 3. Because of my using Magantress for so long, I'm always like, Bishop. Bishop goes down, especially if you have Bishop and Mysterio. Bishop into Mysterio. But I've changed that, okay? Now, Zabu is the priority, and here's why. Because Bishop, one of the reasons Bishop's in here is because Zabu's lowering the cost of so many different things, so you can dump a bunch of cards, which is then going to buff Bishop. So if I don't place Bishop until turn 4, I'm not really losing much, because then I can start flooding the board. You see what I'm saying? So like I said, I'm very proud of this deck. You're not gonna take this away from me. This is a fun deck. I've liked how it's a change from Magantress. It's been cool using this deck and seeing that I don't need a turn 7 to utilize some of the aspects of this. So yeah, that was a long intro, but I wanted to go over the strategy, so deal with it. Let's jump into some games. Hey, real quick, I just finished recording this video, but I wanted to come back and slip a little something in, okay? We go on a losing streak, and I'm gonna leave it in there, and I actually explain why in this video, okay? But at the end, we bounce back and win even more cubes, and we start out ahead of how many cubes we lost. It's pretty fun, so make sure that you stay tuned, all right? So I also made a second deck. But I haven't tried it yet. I haven't even tried it to see if it works. It's a kind of like fake, like bait and switch type deck. And yeah, I'll make a video about it once I try it out. It might suck, I don't know. This deck I was just so surprised with, I haven't stopped using it. Okay, so we're starting with Hood and Viper, good stuff. So I always put Hood in a uncovered lane, all right? There's very few bad things that can happen. Because the worst thing that happens in this game is that you get Bar with no name, right? Where, that worked out. You get Bar with no name, where you need whoever has the least power wins, and if that's the case, you just leave him there. Okay, so, so I'm not gonna put Bishop down even though I got Super Flow, because I wanna do something like that. I swear, ever since Zabu came out, Crimson Cosmos, it might be my confirmation bias, but Crimson Cosmos keeps coming out. All right, let's see. Come on, Zabu. Okay, cool. So they got an Agent 13, they got a Sunspot, and don't worry, a big part of your strategy. All right. But anyways, what I was gonna say, a big part of your strategy is not having Hood on their side. So if you have to destroy it with a Killmonger, like, go for it, baby. Like you're not, like, it's not gonna be a major game winner, like have a -2. But usually Killmonger, you are delaying it until later. All right, next game. But yeah, I'm currently rank 87 with this deck. Before I made this deck, like, I was very frustrated. Like, I was just, every deck I was using, like whether it was Magantress or whatever, we'll skip this turn, like, it was just being inconsistent, right? I was having bad luck with Milky Snap's discard deck and everything, and I'm like, I need something else. I'm trying to think of, like, why I wanted something else. I think I wanted some of the control aspect of Spider-Man in the deck, like just some things were happening, and that's why I came up with this. I just wanted to counter. But one of the things I ran into while building this deck, while I made some tweaks and changes, was I was like, I need more power, right? That's what you struggle with these decks, and that's why it's so heavily based on counters. It's not so much you're putting power down, you're taking away their power, right? And then you're kind of balancing the playing field, okay? So it's kind of like a Shadow King before Shadow King comes out. Oh, that's another reason. So yesterday I'm playing these games, and I swear to you, oh, look at this. Dream Dimension was coming out, Iceman was always hitting magic. Oh my God, like, I had back-to-back games where, like, Iceman and Icebox were just hitting magic, and if it hits magic, that card is just dead. It's gone, it's useless, all right? So we'll get Zabu down. So now I'm not as worried about Dream Dimension. Oh, but this is that thing I told you about, where, like, you don't want Zabu in the same lane, you know what I mean? So right now, since I don't have White Queen, I don't mind putting Bishop down. But usually I would put Bishop down this turn whenever. I would hope that I had like a hood or something to drop with Bishop. It doesn't matter because it turned into a freaking 4 cost. But yeah, I'll usually, if I don't drop Bishop turn 4, oh, even better, even better. Look, we got Shang-Chi, we got Enchantress. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. So all we can do is one thing, so we'll do that because we can go Shang-Chi into something else. But we're gonna have to win another lane, which I don't like. Like, one of the downsides, and I'm always open to suggestions too, is like, I do wish I had 7. I wish I had 7 energy to do like a Shang-Chi into Captain Marvel. So let's see this real quick. So I could blast that. I could take out all of these, right? Like, can I might be able to. Oh no. Math. So if I blast that here, you know, like, it's just blast that here, because then I can buff Mysterio. They only have 6 there.
Opponent snapped.
See, this right here, I'm gonna do some cube mitigation. Like, there's possibilities for me to win this, but I'm gonna walk away with just one cube loss. Especially because I'm so bad at math and the time ticking like this, I don't got time. So one thing I do, by the way, to curb my tilting is I mute them. You know, like they're like, oh, I'm so good at this game. Like, by the way, I only emote back, right? If you start stuff, I end it. You know what I mean? But yeah, something I always say, if you're new to this channel, like, I want to show you the losses too. I want to show you things that can go wrong. You know what I mean? Right there, like, if Bishop was on a different lane, I think I would have won that. It's just I didn't have enough power to spread out, you know? Even if I took out that thing, I would have just been sitting on the left lane. You know what, I need to go back and watch that, because now I'm wondering, should I have dropped just Enchantress Shang-Chi on one turn? On turn 5, could I have done that? I need to go back and check that. Analyze your gameplay, ladies and gentlemen. Analyze your gameplay. Okay, so, nice. Put that here. So one thing that I've noticed too with Vibranium Mines, because another card that's not in here is Nova. But I don't have enough Destroy to, you know, all I have is Killmonger, whereas in Magantress we have Death too. Oh, not Death. Ugh. We have Carnage too. Nice. So, I'm gonna do one of these. Okay, so they got a Death. One thing that, like, I'm trying to get better at is, so, like, right now, I'm not too worried about this hood. Like, I could flip him over, but right now I'm worried about getting power. But not having Nova, I can't, like, buff these things, you know what I mean? So I have a Killmonger, and I need to spread out some power. I want to do this. No, I'll just put him with Zabu, because Zabu is pretty low power anyways. So the reason, oh, that's good for me. See, that's way better than a Hela, you know, because boy comes out. So right now, see, this last turn doesn't matter. So I'm gonna flip this over. She can fly over, right? I have Absorbing Man too. We can make some stuff happen. Right, you guys want to see something?
All systems go.
Y'all want to see a dead body? Okay, will I win this? That's 5, 11, so they have 11. So if I do this, I'll have 8, 11, 12. So I'll win that. Absorbing Man here, so double Shang-Chi, right? They're not gonna expect this. So I could snap, which I'm going to do. Because we're gonna buff up this Bishop too. Where else do I need power? I think I just need power on the No, because Captain Marvel can fly, right? If I needed to, so get 9 here just in case. But they might be, no, they might know what I'm doing. I think this is the play. Because I'll only have 1 here and I'll have 9. Let's see. Yeah, Captain Marvel can just fly over. So she can move over to the... Oh, no, we might lose this. Shoot, I should have put her middle. So yeah, she's not gonna fly because we would have lost. Dang, I should have put her middle. Ah! But, my math was bad, or my thought process was bad right there. But you see, if I would have had white queen here, we would have won. Would have won that. So yeah, but you're seeing like how that would work. That usually works, so thank God they didn't snap me back. You know, mistakes were made, but yeah. So, but you saw how that kind of works. All right. But yeah, that was one of those scenarios where Absorbing Man definitely comes in handy. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so right now I'm not seeing a Zabu, so I'm working with my original kind of strategy, right? So if I have Bishop in hand, I'm not dropping Mysterio. Just not doing it, okay? So that's just something that doesn't happen. I'm gonna wait, I'll wait gladly and take the buff. Now the question is, do I wanna get some power and kill him? No, because I have Captain Marvel, she can fly over. She can do her thing. Oh, 2? 2, that ain't nothing. By the way, I've been seeing a lot. Just a heads up, just a little warning for you. I've been seeing a lot of like old school, let's spread out this power a little bit. I hate putting Demon down early. I hate it. But I've seen a lot of old school ongoing where they're doing like Mr. Fantastic, Claw, Namor, stuff like that. So just fair warning. I don't like doing this, but we want to beef up this a little bit more. Oh my Avengers! Lord. Okay.
Assemble.
So in a non-Zabu situation like this, oh Lord, oh lordy, lordy, lordy. So I'm gonna drop Zabu because it looks like they're doing an ongoing deck, right? And I want to be able to drop a few cards at the end. All right. Hopefully this pulls out Captain Marvel. So this snap right here, like they have no idea what I have. They have no clue. If they have no idea what I have, I'm gonna stay in for 2 years. Come on, Captain Marvel. Ooh, I'll take that. I'll definitely take that. Surfer. Surfer, surfer, surfer. Okay. So he's gonna win here, right? I don't think we win this, right? Because he can drop 1, 2, 3. He can drop a lot more power here. He's probably gonna surfer here, do that. So I would need to win here, but he's gonna add another 6. If I have 12, he's gonna get to 15, easy. Can get to 18? Let's stay in for 4 cubes. Oh, dang. Dang, dang, dang. This is why I mute him. Because he's going to do us stupid. So this video might not be a great example, but just so you know something about me. Chris, Bootman Bootay, I do not care. Like, if you see the losses, like, so much of this is about cube loss mitigation, even though we lost 4 there. Probably should have expected a Maximus. Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking I could do a Surfer Middle. But anyways, just I'll leave these losses in here all day long. Like, when you see the scenarios, like, I hope when you're watching decks, like, something I look for when I'm looking at decks is, can it work? Should it work? Will it work? Right? You know, like, a lot of these are just me being dumb, absent-minded, you know, whatever. And that, like, that's the crazy thing too about me. I've hit infinite 2 seasons in a row. I'm 9,000% confident I'm gonna hit infinite again. And I'm not that great at this game, right? Like, I think that's why these types of decks work for me, because, like, it balances out my terrible math, absent-mindedness, you know? So this is kind of cool, right? A little Sinister London Zabu. A little Zabu action. So let's get a buff bishop. Right. We have a Killmonger. Okay. I'm feeling kind of confident in this game. A little bit confident. And with a lot of these discard decks people are running, they're running Morbius. And yeah. Ooh, God. Don't like that. So they're gonna go discard crazy in a second. So I can get a little bit of intel, right? I'll get 2 6s out there. Drop one of these guys. Get one of you out there. Bishops, both of them are gonna get buffed as hell. Let's see what happens. The only thing here is if this clogs up my board, but they might clog their own up. Oh Lord, what are they doing? All right, so they got a Dracula. But 2 buff bishops. Got rid of that. Cleared some space. They're just as much at risk of clogging up their Wong, though. That makes me happy. That makes me a happy boy. Let's see if that risk pays off. Yep, it did. Cool. 16. I'll snap on that.
Oh, snap.
So now, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get my bishops buff as hell. So it's like, what can I do to get them as buff as possible? It's dropping a bunch of 1s. Look. So, I'll get 2 Draculas. Like, this lane, I'm not worried about. I'm not too worried about. And then it's just about getting the most power. No. So we need Viper down there, right? We get one of those, of that, and that. Nope. We don't even need Dracula. So we're buffing up both of our bishops by 4. Look at that. Look at that. I was just talking, I'm like, I'll need some losses in here. Are you guys watching what's happening? Are you guys seeing what my bishop's doing? What you got? What you got? It's like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do against that? See, so there we go. Finally a win. But you're seeing, that's why, like, okay, we had Sinister London, but even still, look at that bishop. Like, look at that bishop. Things are so low cost, and I didn't even have more 4-drops, right? All I had on that last turn was Absorbing Man. But in a normal scenario, without Sinister London and duplicating my Zabu, you're still able to do that. I can drop 3 cards on the last turn, buff bishop up by 3 more. Silly. That is straight up silly. All right, let's do 1 or 2 more. All right, let's see. We're getting a lot of hoods today. Makes me happy. We like it. We like that. In this scenario, I will always skip. I will always skip turn 2. Because unless Well, most of the time, 95% of the time, I'm gonna skip turn 2. I wanna see if I pull Bishop or Zabu. Oh, they skipped 2 turns too. And look at that. Oh, there you are. There you are, boo. There you are. But now we might be able to do a Spider-Man Absorbing Man, which makes me happy. Ooh. Look at that. Just right out of Shang-Chi distance. Right out. So look at this. Look at this. Flip you. Get some extra power over here since you just Grooted me. Thanks. Okay, so this is a Surfer deck. Sarah? Oh, Magneto. Interesting. Interesting. So we're on turn 5. So the most he can do is pull me over here, right? Let's see how this works out. I get nervous with this combo though, because you are locking them out.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
So he's gonna have to be beating me in power here for that to work. Sorry.
All systems go.
Do we snap back? Do we snap back? Yeah, for good measure. What you gonna do? Wait, what are you dropping? What are you dropping, Lucy? Oh, that's too bad. That's too bad. 8 cuber. We just ranked up. You guys just watched a few losses in a row. Not only did we get it back, but look at that. What rank are we now? Oh, just jumped up a rank. Let's do one more. Let's do one more because I like you. I like you. So I'll show you one more. I'll show you one more bish boo, okay? That was kind of funny though, right? He snapped on me and he was gonna lock it down, which is also kind of risky with a Professor X play, right? Because he knew I had Zabu. Like, I'm dumping some stuff. Something I will always say, why haven't they fixed this? Why haven't they fixed how much this lags yet? Ooh. All right, so this is where it gets silly. This is where it gets silly. But Shang-Chi also likes Nexus. Okay. By the way, I realized yesterday watching a streamer that I don't fully understand how Warrior Falls works. I forgot how they even said it. Like, I need to research it more. Why are people just getting rid of my hood for me? They that worried? They that worried? So I'll do one of these. They just got rid of their Killmonger. Do we think they have... Let's see. Like they got rid of their Killmonger, so now I'm in control of whether or not this demon dies. What's happening? I might snap just because I don't think they're playing very well. Oh my lord. Oh lordy lordy. I have to do this even though they can move. They can move their cards over here, but this is what I want right here. So now I'm gonna have to dump to get this big, to get Nexus big. Oh. All right, so now all they have is Warrior Falls.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
So I'm winning over here, but they can move, right? They can move stuff and get a lot of power right here. But this is not good. This is not good. Actually, this isn't too bad. I've seen worse. They have turn priority too. So if they drop a big guy, So this is why I'm confident. This is why I'll stay in. Yeah, I'll stay in for 4 cubes on this, especially because we just won 8. This is the last game. Send your good vibes this way. I just dropped 3, buffing that up, getting this here. If they drop a big 6, let's see. Let's see what happens. Like, this is one where I won't snap back. I'm not sure. Oh my Lord. You guys, what? Why didn't I snap back? Why didn't I? That could have been 8 cubes. Bishbu, baby. Do you see that with that bishop at the end there? You see that? Here, wait, Warrior Falls. It's got to catch up with the win. It's like, oh, that was a big win, Chris. That was kind of a big win. Let's wait a sec. Sorry, Tempest. Victory. So sometimes I will taunt them a little, like, hey man, you snap. That's interesting though. I don't know if that was a bot or what, but I would have moved my stuff over there, you know, whatever. But look at that. How many lanes is that? 1, a 2, a 3. But yeah, like, why would they drop Angela and Nakia snapping going into it? Really weird, really weird. Like, I'm a firm believer that people don't bluff in this game, but I could be 1000% wrong. But if you're watching me, my advice to you is never bluff and snap. I play poker, I will bluff. I will never bluff in Marvel Snap, which is weird because you're not using real money, but it doesn't work out too much. Oh look, they had a magic. They had a magic, all right. All right, everybody, that was my brand new Bishbu deck. You saw the power. We got off to a rough start, but we walked away with way more cubes than we started. I don't remember the exact count, but look, now we're almost at 89. We are over halfway there. We're at 6 cubes into rank 88. Like, isn't that bonkers? So this deck, I'm loving it. If you don't have magic, like I said, you saw a couple games there where Absorbing Man really did help. That last game though, me dropping an Absorbing Man, Spider-Man duplicate didn't matter. That didn't do anything. They filled that side. Well, I guess if they move their stuff, Absorbing Man's pretty cool in this deck. But if you don't have Absorbing Man, I still think you can make this deck work, okay? There have been plenty of times when I didn't have Absorbing Man and I just dropped a turn 5 Spider-Man, you know, to block him out of location. So there's a lot of flexibility. These are the decks I love where they give you a lot of different routes to go down. There's not one straight path. So give this deck a try, all right? But anyways, that's all I got for this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new, make sure you subscribe, ring that notification bell. Let's try to hit 7,000 subscribers by the end of the month, and make sure you join our awesome Discord community down in the description below. I keep trying to remember, I changed the Discord link down in the description because the other one expired. Now we have a permalink down there. So if you tried it before and it didn't work, it works now, okay? And follow me on Twitter at BootmanMSTZ so you don't miss any upcoming giveaways, and you get to chat with me on Twitter and Discord. We have a good time, all right? So thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time.